Hello and welcome once again to the Edessa Let's Play series. So in the previous episode we finally managed to set up our moon surface mining base, and we also managed to get our Atlas Explorer into a lower moon orbit. We managed to do some repairs because the refinery itself had a hard landing and its convertitron refinery module had become detached. So now what we want to do is we want to try to get the Atlas Explorer refueled and back out on its way. Having a quick look at missions, and there's nothing really available. Having a look at our actives. So we have some observational surveys, some seismic surveys, and ferrying of tourists. So we've completed these, we just have to bring these tourists home. Positioning satellites in orbit about the moon, that we still need to get onto that. Testing a turbojet engine, an orbital station on a solar orbit, planting a flag on Eve, recovering Asvin and his Hulk from orbit of Kerbin. So we've already obtained Asvin and his Hulk, apparently, but we haven't managed to take it home yet. Okay. I'm not sure where Asvin's Hulk is. We might have to go back for it. Rescuing John Rod from orbit of the moon. So we've already gotten John Rod. We just have to take him home. Exploring of Duna. That's going to be a nice bit of extra cash for us. Let's see, 240, 144, another 240. So it's 480, 580, 624, plus 405. So it's going to be about $1 million just to explore Duna. And that's to fly by Duna, gather some scientific data around Duna, and to return to Kerbin from a flyby of Duna. Next we have a bunch of tourists. I believe we've already got at least 2 of those tourists with us, and they just need to be brought home, and then we need to launch another tour bus to take the rest of the tourists on a travel around the moon, land on Minmus, all that good stuff. And last but not least, we have a part that we need to bring back from orbit of Minmus. Now, we've had an interesting time trying to get things out of orbit, and the reason that I've been holding off on that is because I really want to make a single stage to orbit craft, something that is able to fly into orbit as an airplane. So take off from the runway, fly up into orbit, and then recover something, put it in its cargo bay, and then take it home. In order to do that, we really need these Rapier engines. So we have gotten some science, which is nice. Let's unlock some nodes. So we need that. We do need that as well. Oh, and this also activates a landing autopilot. We'll have that as well. So that gives us the heaviest landing gear, which is what we need for our Minerva single stage to orbit, which it took me a few hours to build, and I uploaded it onto the Kerbal X website. It is, I believe, the 8th iteration. It originally started out as the Icarus. It was called the Icarus because it used the large airplane wings, which are not very tolerant of heat. And as you know, Icarus flew too close to the sun and his wings melted and he fell and plummeted. So the Icarus went up to iteration 7, I believe, and then I decided to redesign the center fuselage, add some extra nuclear engines and an extra 1200 Delta V. In fact, I may as well just show you. So I'm going to go to open, and then these are all the craft we already have, so I'll switch from current save to Kerbal X. Okay, so having a look down here, so we have our Minerva. I'm going to download that. And then I'll have a look at the Icarus Explorer as well. I'll download that too. And you can see the difference between the two of them once I have them loaded up. Okay, so this is the Icarus. As you can see, it does have these wings, which are not very tolerant of heat, but if you fly just right on your way down, it will definitely survive every time. And this is a glorious craft. It does really well. The only really drawback it has is that it doesn't have a great deal of delta V once it's up in orbit. As you can see, it's got a lovely lander in there that you can use to land on the moon or Minmus. It assembles its own little drone ship over here with a refinery and a drill. So this craft is excellent if you want to do asteroid capture missions and so on. It does have its own VTOL module that it comes with underneath. So if I open this one, it comes with aerospike engines underneath, which actually let it take off and land vertically. And this is really useful if you want to be landing on the moon or the Minmus or really anywhere else. And then, of course, it's got its own mining module that it deploys to generate its own fuel once it has landed. So that is the pinnacle of the Icarus project. And if I could just close all of these up, I'm going to show you where I took that from, where we went from there. Just gonna open the Minerva. Here we go. No, hang on. Load, please. Oh, right. Current save. Because we've already downloaded it. There we go. Continue without saving. So this is Minerva, and it is a slight redesign, as I said before. It's very similar. It's based on its predecessor, the Icarus, but the Minerva comes with nuclear engines. And it does weigh a little bit more, and what I've done is I've rebalanced the way that the fuel is stored. As you can see, the cargo bay is now right over the wings, and the fuel is split between the front and the back. The cargo bay is slightly smaller, it's not as long, but it's still able to carry a full orange tank to orbit, no worries, and still have about 1200 delta V once it gets there. And once it does get there, then it flies on its nuclear engines, and it's got extra fuel here, and of course extra lifting services. A whole bucket load of engines at the front and at the back, as well as air brakes, and of course the classic Rhino massive engine in the back that started the Icarus project to begin with. Basically, I started Icarus just as an idea of having a massive airplane with a gigantic rocket engine in the back. So if we want to launch this one right now, it is too heavy for our runway, and it is too big for a hangar, and also it's got a bunch of locked parts that we cannot use. So we do need to unlock quite a bit more of the tech tree before we can play with the Minerva and the Icarus. Anyway, so this is the plan. I hope to unlock those two in the next episode or two at the least. And we are going to need a couple of thousand science to get that. And we've just spent all our science. So let's go over to our Atlas and see about transmitting some science home. Just having a search. Oh dear. Just having a search for the Atlas at the moment. Atlas Explorer, there we go. Having a nice cup of coffee this morning. Okay, so the Atlas is in the dark, and if I try to transmit science, I have a guess that it's not really going to work. How far away is it from being in the light? Okay, wrong way. Okay, so 11 minutes until it's in the light again. That's fair enough. It is traveling in the opposite direction of everything else, so it's getting a lot of near misses, as you can see. Okay, how are we doing? And of course we have delta V of 0 because we have spent all of our liquid fuel transmitting it into the fuel carrier. It's doing a lot of near misses. It's just gone by the John Road shipwreck. Closest flyby of about 7 kilometers. So it's a bit of a, traveling down the wrong way of the highway at the moment. But regardless, it's very unlikely that anything's going to happen. And we're going to keep rolling those odds at the moment. So having a look at this, let us transmit some data home, because yes, it is full of science. So leveling up crew, no astronauts aboard, ready to gain experience, that's fine. Transmit science. So yeah, that's really chewing through the power there. We do need some bigger solar panels than this. So it might be good to dock some solar panels before we go out into the further reaches of space. Especially if we're going away from the sun, because the further away from the sun you are, your solar panels become less and less efficient. Gonna try to fast forward. Yeah, wow, that's really draining it. Try to rotate the craft a little bit. Try to get these solar panels a little bit more exposed. Yeah, we're starting to get low on power. Okay, maybe if we stop research. Okay, it has just aborted that transmission because we completely ran out of power. So this is unusual. I'm used to us being able to transmit our science home. Let me see if I can push this power generation up as high as it goes, and then we'll try one more time. Okay, pushing that up to 13.95, and now it's dropping again. So I think 13 point something is the best we can do at this point. $13.9, okay. So let's try that one more time. Yeah, might don't require complete, so it will allow okay, let's not do that. Okay, so just waiting for it to fully charge up our batteries. Okay, and let's try this one more time with a full charge. Okay, that's behaving a little bit better, but it's still draining those batteries insanely fast. But it looks like it is going to be able to transmit. Beautiful. Okay, and then we can resume research. That is cute. Let's transfer this guy in here. There we go. So now the tourists are in this module and the pilot's hatch is available. Good. Okay. Let's go down to the surface and have a look at how the refinery is going. Okay, so the refinery is doing well. We are going to want to take Joe Doc Kerman with us, because he is going to need to do some field repairs on this craft. As you remember, the nose cone was ripped off, and so it now has no RCS authority in that direction. So we'll need to get him up into orbit and hopefully move some of these RCS thrusters around. So let's do that now. Having a look in here, this is empty, so that's available for him. And in he gets. So we can send this home. We want to keep this. And definitely keep that. How are we doing for science now? So we're up 520 science. That's cool. Just double checking. Yep, it definitely still has the electric screwdriver attached. Good. Okay, just opening up this. I want to see if there's a way that I can collect all science into a single module. It does not look like either of these modules support that. Usually, if you've got a science container, you can say container, collect all science. But it looks like it is not there. Okay, cool. Now, we want to do a fuel delivery, so we want to wait for these things to be full. And at the moment, we're generating fuel at 0.5 and 0.65 units per second, respectively. Having a quick look inside here, we have Bill Kerman, and Bill Kerman is a 2-star engineer. That should definitely do. And having a look at his inventory, he has nothing. Okay. Right, so what we can do now is we can simply fast forward and wait for the fuel tanks to fill right up. Or we could go and complete some missions. So I'll turn this pump off, and this one. And we might drain some of the fuel out of here, because we have to just have oxidizer here and liquid fuel. So I'll transfer the oxidizer from here to here. There we go, and from here to here. Oh, interesting. There we go. So now all of the liquid fuel being generated and oxidizer being generated is going to get pumped into this craft. Just making really quick sure. Okay. So that's looking good. This craft still has plenty of room to fill up its fuel reserves, so we'll leave it at that. Let's see, undock. Deactivating the brakes and just let ourselves roll away downhill. Good. So we have 1800 delta V, which is not a great deal. I mean, we won't be able to travel very far on that, but I'll just turn on this pump and distribute that fuel all over again. So 294, 295, we want to be able to balance these. The balance on, there we go, keep that center of mass. Good. Good. So, we won't be able to do a great deal of maneuvers with this craft with 1800 delta V, but there are some missions that we can perform while we wait for the mining module to do its thing. Having a look at the map, so we have the altitude above and altitude above, so these are all crew reports, right? Just having a quick look. Observational surveys, crew reports. Good, we can definitely do crew reports. So I'll activate this and keep it aside for us. And crew report is right here. There we go. And now we can go on our merry way. So right click, control from here. Activate navigation and we can fly towards that. So if that way is 90 degrees and that way is 270 degrees, that way is 0, right? So 0, 90, 180, 270, I think. Just having a quick look. 0, 90, 180, 270, 90 being east, north being 0. Okay. In which case, this place is, if this is 90 and this is 180, this is 90 and this is 180, we want to be traveling in the direction of 135 degrees. Okay, let's do it. What we can do is we can try to fly there. Or we can try to drive there, but I think driving there is a little bit perilous and it might take a little while, but with 1800 meters per second delta V, we should be able to make it there and back. So we're going to chance it. We're going to try to fly there. So control from here. Okay, activating SAS and throttling up. And double checking that our trajectory is looking right. It does look like the right direction, definitely. And there is our target. So now we need to get our trajectory to roughly intersect that target over there. Once we're done with that, then we can fly here and here and here. little bit too far southerly, so changing our direction a little bit. And there we go. So that is an ep-opsis of 10 kilometers, and we want to be over 8.8 kilometers above this area. Not seem to be able to highlight this. Anyway, we're headed there now. And we're about 1 minute 50 seconds away from there. Kodak opportunity if I ever saw one. So once we approach this area, this icon should blink. And all we gotta do then is hit the crew report to complete that aspect of the mission. Okay, so 50 seconds. And there we are, so crew report. Bingo. Now, let's turn towards our next target. Okay, and we are starting to get a little bit too low on fuel for comfort. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to abort this one and go back to the refinery for some more fuel. Yep. The good thing about being in a rover is we're just gonna have to land and then drive our way back home. Okay, we've reached about a dead stop at the moment. Coming down nice and gentle. Fuel reserves at about 3%. We're doing well. Okay, coming down. $600. $300. Still can't seem to find our shadow. Where's our shadow? There's our shadow. $40 down. Beautiful. Touchdown. Alright, well, away we go, I suppose. Gonna switch cameras to be chase. There we go. Okay, so we have landed 134 kilometers away from our target. Now all we gotta do is drive all the way back. We're doing 15.7 meters per second at the moment, which is quite fast and rather unsafe, but I am betting on the sturdiness of this craft and its wheels to be able to get there safely at this rate. The tourists and Joe Doc are having a great old time. They're absolutely loving being driven around the moon. $133.4 kilometers to go. .7 meters per second, that is about 70 kilometers an hour. Just keeping the stick pulled back a little bit, just trying to keep those wheels on the ground and not hitting the ground nose first. Doing well. 131 kilometers to go. Going around the northern side of that large crater over there. Doing well. Whoa, we're really going for some flights, aren't we? There we go. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. There we go. Gotta love it. What is that up ahead? I can't really see. Oh. Okay, that is a massive crater. And it is in our way. I don't really want to drive along that ridge line, so we're just gonna have to go through. Yeah, why not? This is going to be a steep and harrowing descent, but let's see how we go. Nice and steady now. Okay, brakes are engaged. And we're just gonna skid our way down. There we go, doing well. Keeping ourselves firmly planted on that ground. Okay, let's change direction a little bit and start heading towards our target. There we go. Whoa, 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 easy now, easy. We cannot afford this crash. Come on. Damn it! Okay, still good, still good. Oh, come on, no. Okay, we have managed to flip upside down. Can we right ourselves? Maybe, maybe not. Come on. Okay. We are unable to right ourselves. What can we do? Okay, if I shut down a couple of engines, we might be able to use the engines on the other side to right ourselves. Okay, trying again. Nope, okay. We're in a pickle. Come on, rotate. Trying one more time. Come on, you can do it. Nope. have to find a way to right ourselves. Okay, and try one more time. Oh, for the love of, come on. We may well have to get rid of one of these passenger modules. Okay, let's ditch this one. Come on. Come on, can it do it? I believe it just might. Come on. Come on, you can do it. That's it. Okay, shut down this one. And this one. What just happened? I don't know how I just activated these, but okay. Oh, right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay, now can Jodak reattach this thing? Nice and close. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, so this thing is too heavy. We need another Kerbal to come join him. Whoa. What just happened? Oh, what do you know? Fredbolt survived. He just fell out. Oh, that is brilliant. Okay, Fredbolt, go home. Go back, I suppose. Come on. Just another day in the adventures of exploring the moon. Yeah, see, I thought Fredbolt had been crushed, but no, he just got thrown clear. Which is really good news. I'm really glad he survived that. Okay, you can go inside the cupola and have a rest. Okay, Valentina, you go and help. Okay. Oh. Too far away, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see if that's a little bit closer now. Not so much. Oops, hang on. So inventory, please. There we go. Okay. We might be able to attach this thing to the rear. It's just a little bit too far away to be at the front. Okay. Oops. Running a little bit low on power. Where's that sun? There we go. Okay, brakes engaged. Good. The adventure continues. Let's grab this thing. Too far away. There we go. Hardly too far away. Oh, come on. Alright, let's climb on top then. You know what? Actually, this is fine. Yep. Come on. There we go. Valentina, get in there. Okay. Okay, John Rod, you're gonna fly ahead and scout for us. Having a look at the map. So there's our mining base. Where is our target? It should be that way, I know that, but why is it not showing up? Oh, fine. Alright, go. There it is. Whoa. Alright, well done. So he made 11 kilometers then. I'm gonna just get him to climb on top of that ridge. Well done, John Rod. Wait for us there. Alright, everybody else on board? Is everybody else on board? Somebody's missing. Yes, there he is. Come on, get in there. Alrighty, we are back in business. Let's move that way. Slowly. There's a lesson to be learned in this. Do not drive down steep slopes on a low gravity environment. It is mighty perilous. We have lost all of our solar panels bar one, and it is struggling along to power us up at the moment. We're now 127 kilometers away from home base. Taking it nice and easy down the slope. This lander has definitely been through a lot. It does bear the battle scars. Okay, gone a little bit fast. Beautiful. Okay, we're losing the sun on this solar panel, which is not a good thing. Okay. Trying to keep that speed below 10 meters per second at this point. Too risky otherwise. Okay, we are now obscured by the sun, so the solar panel is no longer generating any power. We have to get out of this crater. I don't know if we're going to have enough power in the batteries to be able to drive ourselves out of here, but I'm going to try. Okay, coming up on that ridge now. That may be too steep. I don't know yet. Yep, definitely too steep. Starting to get pretty low on power. Okay, well, I'll just keep going laterally. Okay, well, this was definitely a bad idea. We did not have enough fuel to fulfill the mission, and we definitely should not have gone into this crater. We've gotten ourselves trapped and pretty banged up. Hopefully we can make it out of this crater without any further incident. And we have a quick look. I'm gonna zoom out. There's the edge there. And yeah, we're on quite a slope at the moment. I'm gonna try to point us that way. See if we can get out through one of the shallower peaks. We're getting quite a tilt, 28-degree roll, so we're starting to run the risk of falling over. I don't need to tell you what'll happen if that happens. Okay, starting to run low on power. We gotta get out of the shadow. That's it. We're way too low on power to be able to make it out of this crater. We're gonna have to leave it there. Okay, and let's now fast forward time and see if we can wait for the sun to rise again. Alrighty, so the science lab is nearing completion, so we'll jump to that ship. Way to go, science lab, but you only have 5 units of science. Okay, let's add another alarm. 19 days, good. mission resumes. Okay, and power has hit 0%. Now all we can do is just wait for sunrise. Okay, we have sunrise and we have power and we have visibility. Let's have another look. So we have steep slopes all along here. I'm going to try to drive us to that ridge over there and see if we can finally escape this bloomin' crater that we've got ourselves into. Or rather, that I have gotten ourselves into, and I do apologize. Okay, so aiming for that ridge over there. Or at least that one. Getting a 29-degree roll, hitting 30 degrees, that's a serious tip-over risk, so try to slow ourselves down and go a little bit further downhill. We have to be able to escape from these craters. Okay, there we go. Easy now, easy. Okay, 26-degree roll. 25, good. That is looking really promising. So long as we can survive the trip there, we should be able to escape this crater. We can only hope. Yep, this bit. I want this bit right here. Tourists are still having a whale of a time, always good to know. Fred Ball the scientist is looking worried, so is Joe Doc, because they know what's really going on. Okay, roll of 21 degrees. Okay, we're nearly out. Come on. Applying maximum throttle to the wheels at the moment. Just trying to overcome. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Oh, dear me. Okay. Easy now. Easy, easy. Settle, settle. There we go. Come on, get us out of here. I think that's it. We're gonna make it. Oh, and we're free. Beautiful. Alright, let's drive on. 123 kilometers to go. We've only just made it out of one of the major craters along the way. Going a little bit fast for comfort, applying the brakes. And away we go. $122 kilometers to go. There goes Atlas Explorer overhead. Okay, we seem to be struggling to get up this ridge. Just using those RCS thrusters to help us along just a little bit. And what is that in the distance? I don't know what that is. Okay, we're coming up to John Rod, Kerman in 4.8 kilometers. Okay, slow and steady does it. Okay, coming up to John Rod Kerman in 500 meters. See if I can get us on top of this hill. Alright, level ground. Almost. Okay, that'll do. So, trundling along on the ground is absolutely taking forever. 116 kilometers to go. So in all this time, we have managed just under 15 kilometers. So we need to come up with another way. It is obviously perilous. If we fall into any of these craters, the steep slopes will cause this rover to topple and maybe even cause more harm to itself. So far, we've been very lucky. But yeah, now it's time that we figure out another way. There you go. So, I think what we're going to have to do is send up another fuel carrier that will come down here and deliver fuel, so that we can avoid having to rover all the way back to the mining base. But that is going to happen in the next episode. First I'm going to do, just make sure that Jodoc is away from this craft, just in case the Kraken decides to interfere. Just going to make him so that he's on the surface next to it. There we go. Okay, and another photo there. Beautiful. Yeah, it's just too risky to try to drive all the way there. So, in the next episode, we're going to see about bringing a fuel delivery down here. Thank you very much for watching. We're considerably over time, and we will see you next time.